Hi yogis, my name is Larissa and this is my first YouTube tutorial. Now I've been a yoga teacher for a really long time, but recently I've gotten a lot of requests about handstands. Disclaimer, by no means am I a master handstander. I am very much at the beginning of exploring handstands in my practice. Progress is slow, but so incredibly rewarding. So if you're curious and you want to know a little bit more about getting upside down on your hands, then this is a tutorial for you. Now, first thing about handstands. They're intimidating. They're intimidating for a lot of people, but the most important thing is consistency. Just getting upside down a little bit every day. Maybe it's 2 minutes, maybe it's 5, maybe it's an entire hour-long practice, but whatever it is, try to find that consistency. Second, arm balancing, hand balancing is all about using your hands as your feet. So the first thing our teachers tell us when we're in a class, in a balancing pose, is to first find your unmoving point of focus. Now your unmoving point of focus, your focal point, is what allows you to find that sense of balance from the inside out. Now when you begin to get upside down on your hands, same sensation. You're going to want to find that unmoving point of focus to bring you back to the center. Second thing, when we're in balancing poses on our feet, we wobble a little bit side to side. If you're an advanced practitioner, maybe you don't notice that so much anymore, but it's still something that happens every single time that we're balancing. And when we wobble, it's those little stabilizer muscles in our feet and our ankles that allow us to work straight up from the ground. Now, huge surprise, right? Same thing happens when you go upside down on your hands. So for me, this is the hardest thing when I first started getting upside down on my hands, because you don't really notice that wobble, or you don't think that it's something that should happen when you're upside down. You think, oh, my hands need to stay grounded and not move. Not the case. They move forward and back, side to side a little bit, and everything lines up based on your hands, which are acting as your feet. So, food for thought. I'm going to give you a few poses to get warmed up for your handstand. So whether or not you've had a full practice that day, whether or not you've had just a few moments to open the hips, whatever it is, these few poses will get you a little bit closer towards getting upside down. So first, go ahead and start in your puppy dog pose. Now come from tabletop, knees underneath the hips, and then just walk your hands all the way out in front of you for your puppy dog pose. Chest melts down towards the mat. And depending on your level of flexibility, forehead can come down to the mat, or maybe your chin. Now another name for this pose is called melting heart pose. We're really focused on drawing the chest down towards your mat, and feel some space begin to create in the shoulders and in the low back. Now if this feels good, stay where you are, or maybe bring your hands to prayer. Tap the thumbs to the top of your neck. Beautiful, one more breath here. And inhale walks you right back up to your tabletop pose. Wrists under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And work your way through some cat and cow, some chest openers. Warm up through the shoulders. Focus on pressing the mat away from you and extending into your spine. Just a couple more breaths to explore your body. Beautiful. As you make your way back to the center after however many rounds of cat and cow that you want to take, I'm going to face forward for this. You're going to want to warm up your wrists. Super, super important to warm up the wrists and the forearms before we get upside down. First, we're going to take some wrist push-ups. Hinge forward in your tabletop. Scrunch the fingers in just a little bit so the palms stay super active and you're dispersing the weight evenly in your hands. And using your core, using the strength of your wrists, just float the heels of your hands up off of the mat a little bit. And just take that 5 or 6 times, warming up into the wrist tendons. And then whisker the palms out side to side and just find a little rock. Beautiful. Shift your weight left and right. Again, keep the fingertips active. You're not dumping the weight into any particular area of your wrist. Beautiful. And spin the palms back behind if that feels good. Rock forward, rock back. This is my personal favorite. Awesome. Then come up to your seat. Thumbs in towards the center of your palms. Bring each finger down, and then just make some yeses, some nos with your wrists. Circle it out, whatever feels good. Last little wrist exercise. Jazz hands as fast as you possibly can. When you think you're going fast enough, go faster, faster, faster. It's gonna feel like you're saying a word too fast too many times. Brain starts to fart a little bit on you. And once you've had enough, shake it out. Awesome. Next step, make your way into a forward fold. Just a regular old fold, forward fold. You can start by bringing feet hips distance apart. Soft bend in the knees, maybe ragdoll a little bit. Your shoulders are still feeling a little tight, maybe find a chest expansion. Just notice what feels good. Notice that there are 7 billion different ways to warm up into a handstand, because everybody's body is a little bit different. Everybody needs a little bit of a different sequence to get comfortable. Now once the hamstrings feel pretty warm, go ahead and plant your palms down. And just focus on shifting the weight forward into the hands, so really pour the weight into active fingertips. And just take that a couple times, forward and back. And once you feel pretty good, go ahead and drop into your malasana. Turn the feet out wide, turn the big toes out. Let the hips get nice and heavy and sink down onto your mat. You can always place a block or improvise with maybe a water bottle or anything that it might be. Just let the hips down on, especially if you've got tight hip flexors or tight hips. Here for a couple breaths. And then when you're ready, we're ready to go upside down. I like to start by first kicking up the wall. Sorry for the booty shot, guys. I like to start about legs a distance away from the wall, hands plant, and then start on your dominant leg. The left leg will lift because my dominant leg is my right leg. And first just find a little bit of bounce in your dominant leg. Once you're ready with active fingertips, find your unmoving point of focus. Hop your way up against the wall. Now try not to use your wall as a crutch, and make sure that you're working with both sides. Once you get pretty stable in your handstand practice, you're going to work away from the wall, keep with those handstand splits, find that unmoving point of focus, and begin to hop. Those little baby hops. Maybe you begin to find some hover time, and there you are. Make sure to always cool down by stretching out the shoulders, circling out the wrists again. But I hope that was helpful. First little tutorial, and give me any requests, let me know anything that you guys want to see for your practice. Namaste.